Hey, this is my latest haul from a couple of stores here in Japan. Dollar stores and some hardware stores and a home goods store. So I'll start back here in the back and just wanted to share with you some of the stuff that I found. This is lacquer spray. It's clear. I'm hoping that this will work for wood and for paper. Also found clear and matte gloss. And I had to take a photo, excuse me, I had to take a photo of the front and then have Google translate it for me so I knew that one was clear and one was gloss. And then this is top coat. This was over in the dollar store section, so hoping that this will work for the decoupage and the paper crafts. I got some white paint at the hardware store, some top coat clear. Milk paint. They had a whole bunch of colors of the milk paint there, so I'll probably try those. They had crackle paint as well. These I found at the dollar store. They're little scrapbooking books with black paper in the middle. So I thought those would be kind of cool to do some paper crafting. Also found these urethane varnish. I hope you can see that okay. Clear and gloss as well for wood finish at the hardware store, so I'm going to try that. Some really cool easels that I found, 2 of those at the dollar store. Sandpaper was probably the hardest to find, and they have these little foam strips, I guess, that you could use. They're really high grit, and they're tiny, so you only get like 1 of each. And then you get sandpaper that are like in these squares, and I think you only get like 6 pieces. But these are 60s. I think this has 3, 2 of each, 600, 1200, 1500. So really soft, fine sandpaper, I guess. Same thing with this one, 80, 180. Found these at the dollar store. Did not find big sheets or anything like that. This is foam, and you can feel the grit on here. So it looks like 240 and 400. And maybe they use this for metal work or other types of crafts, but couldn't find a lot of wood stuff here. I found some more washi tape with cute designs on them. These look like stamps. And this one is snowflakes, blue snowflakes. I'm trying to just keep it neutral or find patterns that I can paint over and use for the paper crafting that has gold on it. This is a glue stick. It says glue. Glue stick. So I'll try that and see how that works. And then I found these that just say glue stick. So we'll see how those work. I found a heart for pendants, maybe paper crafting, or if I can find some clay and make some clay hearts. I found these little interesting things. These actually go on the ends of your chair. And so here in the temporary housing that I'm at, this chair makes a lot of noise when you pull it out, and it's kind of annoying, so I wanted to go ahead and find something for that and not be permanent. These are liquid glue, so hopefully this will be clear glue that I can put over the paper, maybe like Mod Podge, hopefully. I found these little flowers with the lobster rings so that I can, maybe when I have the cat in the backpack, so I have a mesh backpack for her, I can put these into the 2 zipper holes so that she doesn't try to escape from the top. Not that she's tried to, but just for precaution. Now these are pretty cool. This is really thick, 100% cotton, Japanese, made in Japan. Found this at one of the home stores under the area. The area where I found these were like in the pillowcase section, and their pillowcases were very thin. So, but this was just such really pretty fabric, and I'm not quite sure what I want to make. My first thought was to make aprons, but not like the full front, but like the half ones with the ruffle, kind of like a swirly apron. But it's just really, really pretty colors in gold. You can see all the different layers, the flowers. Super pretty. And I like the dark. I like the black behind it, so it's not so light. So they're pink colors, fuchsia pink, like hot pink. I hope you can see all the gold shimmer in there. It's just very, very cool. There's a town close by that their main thing is the gold, the golding on the ceramics. So I think that's just very prominent for this area in Asia, is that they have the gold gilding, I guess. I don't know if it's called gilding, but it's gold outlining on ceramics, and they've got it on their fabric. So really nice, heavy cotton. So they've already cut. I'm not really sure if they're like a meter or 2 meters. 1 yard, 2 yards. I don't know how big they are until I open them up and measure them. So these are just little dollar store finds of fabric. I don't think that these are cotton. They kind of feel like they're maybe polyester. And so I'm not sure what to make with those yet, but had to get them because they were pink and cute. This is a, excuse me, a free cloth versus a unfree cloth. And it looks just like a tea towel. I think that's what it is. So I bought it to see if I can ink on this. It's very woven, it's thick, almost like a bar towel. So I'm hoping that this produces a good quality when I do ink it. And if that's the case, then I can go ahead and make a workshop out of that. I found some finger protectors. They call them finger cots. In the money section, in the receipts section, I found these in the office area so that I can use my fingers to smudge paint if I need to, instead of using my fingers and then try to figure out how to get the paint off. So this is like a first-time driver in Japan, like your beginner driver. You're supposed to put this on your car. So I'm going to craft with this. I'm not going to put it on the car because it's just one of the funny things that they're like, oh, you're a beginner in Japan, beginner driver, and you should put this so that everybody knows to be careful, you know. And this one is the old person sticker, is what I've been told. So you want to put this on to let people know that you're old and slow, and that you're not going to move for them very fast. So both of these are going to go in the scrapbook. I think they're kind of funny. And we have this die cut stickers that I found at the stationery area that I thought was pretty cool that we can incorporate into the paper crafting. Some tablecloths, because the area that I worked on last week when I did my splatter, I actually got it on the wall, so I want to make sure that I protect my area when I do craft. And so I'm going to be using those, and hopefully that'll keep things off the walls. I found a Japanese glue gun, simple, at the store called DCM. That's that home store, and simple, just on and off, and it takes these glue sticks. So I got a few of those just to try it out. Hopefully I have my big one, my wireless one coming in my shipment, so that'll be cool. Some glass jars so that I can paint over, and then maybe host a class painting jars. I found a chippy screwdriver that has multiple bits, just so that I can do little wood craftings. This is a sander, and it takes these little triangle sander pieces, so kind of like our gator sanders, our finger sanders that we have in the States. This is all that I could find here. That was small, and I did get some sanding triangles there, so hopefully that'll work. And then I found some really cool vintage designer paper. This is like, the size of this is maybe 6x6 paper, normally used for origami. This is like the size that I've seen everywhere, but they've got all of these really cool vintage newspaper pages in here that I could use for paper crafting. I found these reproductions of books, papers that you can use for paper crafting. There's some more vintage tabloid from 1854 and a little story, and it's got several pages in the back that you can use, all at the dollar store. So all of these were like 100 yen, and 100 yen right now for us is like 63 cents maybe. So really, really cheap finds. So there's 3 posters in here. There's the florals, so I think those would be really cool to work with. I found this neoprene zipper bag that I'm gonna try to ink on. It's kind of like the koozies back home. So same material, and I'll just ink on that, and then probably just throw it in the dryer, you know, let it dry overnight, and then dry it in the dryer to heat press it, heat set it in there. Found these are like eco bags. They're like plastic, see-through on one side, and eco bag material on the other side, so I could probably ink those without too much fuss, and then just let them air dry. I don't want to put them in the dryer just because it's got the plastic on here, but probably just air dry them. That would be good. So then over here I got a little easel versus the bigger easel, still about $1 maybe. They were 150 yen, so really cheap. Found these little handles at the dollar store so that I can probably put these on a small piece of wood, and got 2 of those. I got a palette knife because I didn't have one for my modeling clay, so still haven't found any Mylar stencils yet, but that will help with the modeling clay. I did find a sanding sponge, 240, and it's pretty soft, so that'll help with some of the edges on the wood pieces that I got. I got this little guy, this little square. It's in centimeters. Centimeters, 5, 10. And it's really cute. And I don't know why I got it, but I really like it. So I got it because it was tiny, cute. These were tiny, cute. So I had to get these too from the dollar store. Little clamps. I got 2 small clipboards so that I can paint them with the chalkboard paint and then put a design on there when my stencils arrive. A small cutting board. I got these unfinished pieces of really thin, I would say maybe ½ an inch, if that. This is very lightweight wood that I can show techniques on as far as staining or crackle paint. Same thing with this. I think once I get to a place where I can use the hobby shop and some tools, then I can purchase the lumber on base and then make my own pieces instead of buying these for $1 a piece, because everything's pretty cheap out here. 2 coasters. I figured I can go ahead and rough these up, stain them, paint them, maybe put some snowflakes on them or something for Christmas, so that people can see how they can make Christmas crafts. These were already, look like they were already stained or burned. And so I haven't opened them out of the package, but I'm going to see what they look like and how I can use them for just small crafts. And then this one is just a slightly bigger than the other one. And then I thought, well, I don't have a staple gun or anything like that, but maybe I can see if somebody else on base has a staple gun or a drill that I can drill some holes through this and attach some twine. And I bought some twine last week. So bought this because I got a little notebook that's really cute, and it's for the sign-up sheets for the folks here in the crafting community that are going to get together for our little Tomodachi ladies group. And the notebook has 2 little holes in it, and so I didn't know what kind of notebook to get, and I found one just the right size. So they have like A4, A5, B5, B4 metric design style items. And then I got that little planner that I'm going to paint and then show people how to stencil a box and use the stencil to go around the corner so that they can see how flexible it is when you're working with wood boxes. So yeah, this is my stash. I got this just this week, so I kind of like held everything together on my desk until I had time to actually go through each piece and show you all the cool little things that I got. So excited. It's so cool. Yeah, I found paper clay at the dollar store too. So just trying to get some molds. I tried to order some molds from Temu. Oh, I did get some thread too. I don't know how good that thread is, but hopefully it'll be okay. I have to go to the thrift store to see if I can find a used sewing machine, or maybe borrow somebody's from the crafting group and see if I can make some aprons or something cool out of this. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can start a good crafting group and have some different options for people to make, and if they wanted to bring their friends, then they can bring their own supplies, so that I don't have to purchase a lot of supplies, but just for the main group, show them the techniques that I've learned along the way, and hopefully help a lot of these young ladies that are just starting out and they're working towards making extra money, that they can actually learn some cool new things and be able to help supplement their income. So yay, this is it. All right guys, thanks for watching, and I will be back soon, and hopefully I'll have some good news on a sewing machine or some other supplies that I'm still needing. Trying not to overload my little craft bin, but it's probably already full, so I'm gonna have to go get another craft bin so that I can put the stuff in it. And I'm just excited to craft on the weekends and whenever I have some time, and I'll make videos, show you all the cool stuff. So stay tuned. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.